Hey guys, hey, it's Brendan Borman back for another 270 stream. I am logged onto my Steam account. This is my wife's Steam account. Her name is Skylar. Her maiden name was Langford, but she's unfortunately stuck with my last name. I've reached out to 270 to try to merge the accounts together, but in the meantime, I'll just be using her account. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm just going to be talking about some recent updates to the game and kind of what I'm looking forward to with some other updates, as well as some of the community tournaments going on. So all things 270 here on this channel. I'll be Donald Trump today, but as you can see, there is a vice president purchase available for 99 cents. It's a one-time purchase, I believe, but it goes with that candidate forever. So I'm not going to be doing that today. Going to be just trying to skunk good old Hillary, which is usually what I do when I'm bored. If I can't find a game in the lobby, or if I'm on the pot and I just want to play a quick, the good thing about playing the AI is the games go super fast because they immediately make a move. Sometimes those moves aren't the best moves, which you'll see here with the AI. Should have no problem winning. But the nice thing about this is it is moderately difficult to actually completely skunk 538 to 0 just because it takes just one screw up and the AI can seal off a state or close a ballot before you're ready for a ballot. And so I don't know, not really too excited to make this my first video of kind of non-tournament stuff on the channel, but I've been putting out there a Survey Monkey on the 270 Lounge. So if you have not done that yet, feel free to check that out. It is 100% anonymous, and I'm just looking for some feedback on what you guys want to see posted. My goal is to kind of enhance the game. It's not going to be a beginner's guide to 270. Hopefully, the best way to adapt to playing a game like this is to lose and see people who maybe are taking different strategies, what they're doing, why that works, and kind of learning. That's what I had to do. And if you look at me, I'm in the top 50 on the leaderboard. I'm not anywhere near the top. I did take about a 6-month hiatus from the game. There was a lot of glitching going on. But as far as strategic games go, this is up there for me. I love playing all kinds of games. I'm not really a big political junkie. I always just kind of have enjoyed watching election night and, Too Close to Call or this or that. But I get that same thrill from watching the Weather Channel and seeing if there are tornadoes or just random stuff like that. So I might be a little odd, and that's okay. The first step to that is admitting that. But yeah, my goal is to obviously produce something that you guys would be interested in watching. And I've come up with some ideas about talking about different state groups, talking about anything from which candidates are overpowered, talking about some different things you'd like to see as a possible addition to the game. And that could be, I know Vice President mode has been in the works for a while. Just it coming out on Steam today, and iOS and Android pretty soon in the future. That's something to look forward to as we approach the 2020 election. But really, I just enjoy these new candidates that they come out with. Of course, you've got your tried and your true strong candidates. A lot of people still have the free candidates because they don't feel like purchasing the subscription. I'm not a big subscription guy myself. I like the one-time purchase, but we can do what we want, and I purchase a candidate one time. I have that candidate forever, and I can do things like simulate Biden 2020 versus Trump 2020, or I could do Michelle Obama versus Barack Obama, or I could do the 2016 primary with all the Republican candidates, with the free guys. So there really are some fun little things you can do, but you know, it's whatever you want to do. Some people enjoy playing the AI. I'm not a big AI person. I'm just doing this to kind of fill time while I'm talking about the game. Um, but there are quite a few people out there who have never actually skunked the AI. And if you are one of those people and you're watching this, I challenge you guys to try it. Um, you'll notice that the computer, just like they did in the youth vote, whenever you get one thing away, there is a tendency to attack you. So you have to be very aware of where, in this case, Hillary already is. From the looks of what state she's in, she's kind of going for Latino. To me, that doesn't really matter because you want to get such a money advantage that the groups don't matter all that much. So I'm going to close that off just in case. But I'm going to try to take her over in women's vote. And we'll just wait and see what happens here. So most of my games when I'm playing 270 usually get a ballot around turn 12 or turn 14, you know, maybe 17, somewhere in that kind of neighborhood. And so we're already into turn 9, and I have not invested a single dollar into a state. Now, I already have a huge advantage in the money. Every single turn, I'm going to get about 170, 80. I don't want to do the math, but $1,000 every turn. And the longer that stuff like this goes, and if she keeps attacking me in some of these states, she's got 250. The better chance I am going to have at using, the longer I go using the national groups and delaying the ballot, the more turns are going to be in the game. And because I have a money advantage, that's going to be better for me. So let's go ahead. And I'm just going to throw some money in. No, I won't do that yet. Let's just see what she does. Yeah, waste a couple more turns. Very, very funny. Come at me, Hillary. Come at me, Hillary. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Big conservative, huh? So again, I'm just letting that money build up. Spin there, just in case. She goes all in. Her 254. She can go 2 rings on each. Give me a little bit more money. Just gonna call quits again. If someone did this to me in the real game, I'd be so mad. I probably would have quit by now, but it's the computer. It's turn 13. And I have a total of 1.75 million, and she has 259. I might do this for a couple more turns, and then I'll turn loose the angry Donald Trump. But I want to give a shout out to all of the awesome loungers who have been participating in either the single player or the multiplayer tournaments. It's been really fun to talk strategy, to kind of heckle with each other. Definitely building some rivalries with some guys. And really, I wouldn't say it's sad, but it's kind of impressive that we are doing this outside of the game. On a page, it is, yes, kind of promoted within the game. So there is a healthy amount of traffic, but still, you know, we've had great tournament feedback from 270. I know they just recently announced some winners in their last tournament, and there were some cheating accusations and some players who were not actually paid out. And you know, of course, when you throw money on something like that, that's gonna happen. But I am, you know, 270 has supported us in doing some of these streams. giving us resources to where, we can talk to each other on a public forum like that. And hopefully that continues on as we get closer to the election. There might be some new maps. I know that's something that a lot of people always are asking for. This game is centered in the 2020 or 2016 realm, rather. And so, yes, consistency is good because you learn strategy, and different states have different perks, but every cycle is different. Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, they may not be swing states every election. Or I know the Old South is one of the most talked about regions in the game. Should Maryland be considered in the Old South? Should Tennessee, who's only African American, should they be considered Old South? Um, you know, these are questions that, not just historically are important, but also from a balancing standpoint. If the map is aligned one way, are Republican candidates going to have an advantage over Democratic candidates, or vice versa? I know I saw one interesting argument the other day where Arizona has an African American bonus, and there are more African Americans in other states in a higher percentage, like in Missouri, for example, in New Jersey, for example. And I know, if you throw African American bonus in New Jersey, that drastically changes that state quite a bit. So I don't know. I don't know if there is a perfect answer, but I know that they are always looking at ways to improve the game. The glitching problem, for the most part, has not been an issue for me. I know sometimes if you wait on the last turn too long, you get the double glitch, and there's nothing more frustrating than going through a 2-hour matchup with a really good candidate only, or a good person to glitch in the end. But usually if you compare notes and see, where those actual, where did you invest? And then if you go back to the login screen, it'll show you the true score. So just have to be patient with that. Okay, I have over 5 million. There's no reason in making this longer than what it has to be here. So I'm just going to spend some money. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go in every single state that she is not in. Which might be backwards from what I normally do. I might try to get some bonuses and some other things. But if I'm in those states already, she's probably not going to attack me. And if she does, she only has 256,000 to my over 5 million. So I don't think she'd get very far. My next turn, I will attack her in every state that she is already in. And then I'll clear off all of the ones that are tiny, and she might have a risk at losing. So all that only costs 1.35 million. She went into big conservative again. It's hilarious. 342 on one turn. How you doing? So let's keep up the charade here. Big conservative. Forgot Ohio. Oops. Let's see. Did she go into Oregon? She did. I'm going to close that off. Close some of these guys off that we're both in. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and get a few of these bonuses just to have. Okay, so there's swing states. Old South. Make sure I go into Illinois, a couple. And I don't want to press my luck too much. So the game ends, for those of you who do not know, when the total number of states are clinched of 100% fill, all the way up to the 10th rung where it says win. That has to equal 100, plus every state has to be entered into. So what I'm going to do is, some of the states I'm in already, I'm going to just keep that at the bonus level. I'm going to get, there's African American, Latino, oil and gas, high tech, agriculture, manufacturing, Old South, export, swing states. So just let that kind of sit. I didn't get, like, let's see, did I get, I didn't get town and gown. Is that the only one I didn't get? Yeah, that's the only one I didn't get. So let's just use some of my money here. I like to have all the bonuses. It's just kind of fun. So that'll give me town and gown. National groups, did she ever attack? She did not in that state, so she cannot actually do that. Now, some of these cheaper states up here, she is close to closing out. So what I'm going to do is I am going to attack. Actually, I can probably just attack in everything. Let's just do that. Let's just take our chances. You know what? We're not going to be filling up all of these. I don't want to fill up Illinois 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I'm going to go one less. That actually might encourage her to clash with me later on. Yeah, it's definitely not the, whoops, I hit in turn without going into Rhode Island. It shouldn't cost me too much. There is quite a bit of dark blue though, so where am I not? I'm just not in Rhode Island, so gotta go ahead and do that. So what I need to do now is finish off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she can't quite get me there. So, but yeah, some of these obvious deep blue, can't risk it. Holy heck, Montana. But the AI does not have that killer instinct. They have more of that, gotcha, I'm going to sneak up from behind you and try to steal a state that doesn't really matter. So I should be okay. I'd actually be very surprised if she finished off anything. But I'm not going to take any chances. I am closing off all the cheap states. At this point, it probably will not matter. But no reason to take a chance. So in some of these states, I'm just going to barely pass her. If it's a small state, below 1 million now. Already have all the state bonuses, so I don't need to worry about going 3 anywhere that I already have less than 3. Okay, I'm going to save a little bit of money. No, I'm not. Didn't see Louisiana. Just to see what happens here. So, she spent $249, 3.24 million. I know, that's how politics are. It's not fair. It's a buy-year contest, but that's how this game works. She did invest in Arizona, but I took the lead. Arkansas. Oh, Clash in Colorado. I'm going to go ahead and skip for the essence of time. She's down to her last 18. So she's got, and there is a ballot, so I have to hope she does not pass me. I mean, she won't pass me, but does not defend all the way in these states, which is a very possibility, which would be very sad because I would fail my goal. But everywhere else, I have at least 2. Let's see if she's anywhere else. Okay, so gotta finish off Nevada, finish off Arizona. I think she's more likely to play a little bit of offense than she is to play defense. And again, that may sound counterintuitive, but that's just how it goes sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think she'll go all in on Ohio, but she very well could. So really, I'm vulnerable in a couple different spots. That's huge. We clash in Arizona. I already had an advantage there. Took Colorado. Kansas is a spot where I'm vulnerable. She didn't attack. The other spot is Oklahoma, and of course New Mexico. She's already spent a lot of her money, so I should be good in New Mexico. Ohio, I'm good. Comes down to good old Rhode Island, where I didn't spend a couple turns ago on accident. And I'm good. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's 538. That's a clean sweep. Again, not the. I mean, if you haven't done it before, I encourage you to try. But that just goes to show you that money in this game is exponentially important turn by turn as you can increase bonuses. And those people who try to rush a ballot because they're behind, that is a huge strategy because you gotta minimize the amount of time that you're at a disadvantage. And if you can trigger that and someone's not paying attention, it is the last ditch effort. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. 538 to 0, 27 turns. The quickest I have ever done it is actually 16 turns. And ironically, it was the hard AI. So didn't play any bit of defense. I had all 10 bonuses. I was Barack Obama, so it was a little bit easier. But that's that. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.